Y'all, I have been struggling. I have been on my knees crying, asking God why I'm alone. And I know people are crying for much deeper reasons than that. But I have been struggling with that because that's not what I want. But what you want is not always what is right for you in that moment. I have to keep reminding myself that God has someone out there, especially for me. He's working on his heart, prepping him for me just the same way that he is prepping my heart for him. I just can't wait for that moment, and being patient it's hard.
All right, my granddaughter post-war queen, I just gotta say it. Are you trying to tell everybody here that in the 5+ decades that you've been on this earth, you haven't found the one? Are you telling us that you were single this whole time and you're still waiting on the higher power to bring you the perfect man and just lay him right in front of you? Where he's going to come in and he says, oh yeah, I am your Prince Charming? Somehow this girl doesn't believe that. I actually believe there's a high probability that you actually had the chance to get the one for you, the guy that was supposed to be with you for the rest of your life, possibly in your 20s. And for XY reason, you passed up on him. Now, yeah, I'm pretty sure the ladies out there are going to say, oh, you know, well, Gorilla, maybe she's going to church and she's just trying to see if God will put the guy in that church with her. Okay, cool. Somehow, I don't think this woman was like a dainty Sunday school type of woman her whole life, because that ink that she's got on her bod, that doesn't strike me as the 100% pure version of herself. Hey, this gorilla calls it as it is, and this gorilla says that this woman has got a past, a nice little history with her share of bad boys, chads, and players, salt and pepper throughout her 50+ years of carousel writing experience. Well, sister, maybe it's not a higher power. Maybe you just can't hold on to a man. And fam, as I always say, don't complicate your life because of these queens. Enjoy the best things you can get in life and fix the things within your control. And you know what is in your control that ruins a great outfit fast? An old, beat up belt that no longer fits right. How's this gorilla gonna have the nerve to talk about anyone if I'm not crisp at the waistline? Wearing belts with stretched out holes that either pinch my furry waist or sag and throw off my whole look. That's why I'm excited to have Anson Belt and Buckle as the sponsor of today's video. This is a family-run company that's been around since 2009, and they've completely reinvented how belts should work. And this gorilla has been proudly wearing his Anson Belt and Buckle as my daily go-to ever since I got my package in the mail. I'm a certified customer, fam, and I can honestly say I did not know what I was missing out on until now. Instead of holes, Anson uses a micro-adjustable track system with 1/4-inch increments so your belt fits perfectly every single time. And once you experience that kind of fit and comfort, trust me, you'll never want to wear an uninspiring belt again. And because you can mix and match any buckle with any strap, so you'll always have a belt that matches your outfit perfectly without having to buy dozens of belts that clutter up your closet. But here's the thing, this isn't just about this gorilla's or anyone else's style. It's about feeling more comfortable, more confident, and more polished in what you wear. Anson's belts adjust with you throughout the day. So whether you're sitting, standing, or on the move, you're always comfortable and looking sharp. I've been wearing mine non-stop, and honestly, it's the best belt I've ever owned. Once you try it, fam, you'll never go back to your old beat-up belts ever again. And if you're wondering why you should trust them, apart from the fact that I literally just showed you even a gorilla can look dapper with this belt, this is a company that's still proudly family-owned and operated. It has earned over 40,000 5-star reviews and backs their belts with a lifetime guarantee on functionality. They stand behind every product they make, and once you get one, you'll see why. And because Anson Belt and Buckle is sponsoring today's video, when you click the link in the description, the top pinned comment, or scan this QR code right here, to build a box set, you'll get 2 bonus pieces, a buckle and a strap, completely free. That's 3 buckles and 3 straps, which you can mix and match into 9 unique belt combos, all in one box. It's an exclusive deal you won't get anywhere else, so click the link, build your set, and upgrade your belt game today. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on.
I just think it's funny that if you look up any research on loneliness, which is an epidemic in the United States, you'll actually see that men and women rank pretty evenly in all the research for years. In fact, when I looked at it, there was only one study that revealed men ranking just a little bit higher than women. I think that was like 2020 or 2021. In fact, women are typically higher than men in loneliness research because men have a shorter life expectancy, which means many women are left widowed or unpartnered. So of course they're going to report being lonely. The problem with calling it a male loneliness epidemic is that resources are not focused on women, and women feel isolated and feeling lonely when we don't have a people loneliness epidemic, rather a male loneliness epidemic. And taking it a step further, not only are we erased from the problem, we are blamed for the male loneliness epidemic.
Does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute.
Hold up a second there, Queen. Did you just say that when it comes to reporting these things or tracking the loneliness epidemic or any resources in dating in general, resources are not focused on women? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, but you women practically have a monopoly on the resources when it comes to the dating market. Hell, the dating apps are all geared to give women the advantage. Don't believe me? Okay, find a dating app. See if there's a height filter for men. Yep, and women use that almost exclusively because they want men who are 6 feet or taller. I think it's like 49% of all women put that filter there. Now, I gotta ask, that exact same dating app, is there a weight filter? So men can filter out all the big backs? Nope. That would be a phobia of some kind or some kind of discrimination. Yeah, it's obvious that the resources are all geared towards men. Here's a question, Queen. If resources were geared towards men and not women, why is it that, I don't know, all the laws in family court are all geared to make it easier for women? I mean, the laws in the vast majority of the states in the U.S. incentivize women to file for divorce. And if we're going to follow statistics, only 2% of all men in relationships are actually physically abusive. And women put in for 70% plus of all divorces. Oh yeah, obviously all the resources are going towards men. Moving on.
Okay, hi. I feel so awkward and uncomfortable doing this, but I am begging you to not scroll for a second and just hear me out on this. I have had a really rough week financially with my cat getting sick, and that was like $2,000 that I had to pay to keep her alive. But now my car, my car won't start. And I'm already upside down on the loan, and I've been working so hard to get to a place where I could like get it taken care of, but now it won't even start. And I'm gonna show you something that's in my TikTok shop that I actually really like. I'll put a product demo at the end, but it's just this little squeegee, but it's really cool. You can put some Windex stuff in here and spray it, and it's got a scrubber side and a squeegee side. But even if you can't purchase it, if you wouldn't mind just engaging, sharing this post, put it in your shopping cart. I could really use the boost right now. I'm really trying super hard to just stay afloat, so I would really appreciate it. And I'm so sorry if this is embarrassing. I'm not trying to be embarrassing, but thank you for at least listening if you're still watching this.
All right, fam, we're going to go with the 70% rule on this one. What do I mean by the 70% rule? 70% of all divorces are put in by women. That is statistically proven. And as we know, when it comes to breakups, like just in regular relationships, breakups, even outside of divorce, women are the ones who usually leave. They leave a lot more often than men do. So if we use this rule of thumb, 70%, that means that there is a 70% plus chance that this multi-decades plus post-war queen put herself in this position. I'm sorry, Queen, but is this why you needed to be all strong and independent and don't need no man and be by yourself. All right, ladies, before you jump on this gorilla saying, oh, well, gorilla, you don't know. The guy may have dumped her. Okay, I'll give you that. That's why I said 70% rule. That means that there's a less than a 30% chance that it actually happened that way. Although this gorilla does love it when you women say, well, even if there's a 1% chance, that's enough. Well, I deal in probabilities. So the higher probability is that she didn't need no man. You're not going to tell me that when she was young, she couldn't get a man to marry her and stay with her the rest of her life. And don't use the widow card on me, because if she was a widow, she would have said it at the beginning of this video with her pity party, trying to get you to buy her products. I'm a widow, please help me out. She didn't say that. And if she's a single mom, and if the baby daddy / ex-husband left her, again, she would have put that out, drumming up as much pity as possible. Notice that none of that was mentioned. It's all about, oh, my cat. And I had to spend thousands of dollars at the vet for her. And my car, I'm about to lose my car. And oh, woe is me. Play the world's smallest violin. If I were a gambling gorilla, I would put money on red, as in she put herself in the red. And something tells this gorilla that soon after this video, she jumped onto a dating app looking for men in her own age bracket, looking for that late in life second retirement plan, offering up the roast beef special. Move it on.
This is for all the 50-something women out there that are single and for the men that want to date them. Dating when she's finally happy alone is a different game, because now she's not dating out of loneliness. She's not dating because she's bored or broken or trying to fill a void. She's dating from a place of peace, of snacks, of silence and sweatpants, and she's questioning everything. Like, why would I trade this little cozy bubble of emotional stability for a man who makes me feel anxious, confused, or constantly second-guessing myself? You think I'm going to give up eating ice cream straight from the tub and a hoodie that smells like heaven to babysit someone's grown-ass ego? Please. When a woman is happy alone, she's no longer impressed by bare minimum energy. She's not excited by good morning texts that lead nowhere. She's not clapping for I was just busy excuses or breadcrumb attention. She's calm, she's healed, she's protective of her space, and if the vibe feels like emotional turbulence wrapped in fake deep conversations and inconsistent affection, she's out immediately. No dramatic exit, no 3-hour argument, no begging him to try harder. Just a quiet no thanks, followed by her Netflix, her favorite blanket, and absolutely zero anxiety. Because peace is expensive. And she paid full price for it with tears, with lessons, with long nights of healing, and boundaries that were built like brick walls. She's not giving up that because of someone that has a nice smile and a good playlist. She needs consistency, not chemistry. Effort, not empty promises. A man, not another project. So if dating feels like a job interview, a group project, or a therapy session she didn't ask to lead, it's a hard no. Because when a woman has learned to love her own company, any man who enters her life better make it feel like a bonus, not a burden. She's not lonely, she's selective. She's not bitter, she's aware. And the moment you make her feel like being alone might be better than being with you, she will choose peace every single time. So if you want her, come correct or don't come at all, because she's already got silence, snacks, and sweatpants. And honestly, that's a tough act to follow.
Okay there, my granddaughter Postal Queen. This video you said you dedicated to the women who are in their 50s plus dating and to the men that want to date them. Do you know who those men are? Men in their 60s and 70s. Not men in their 50s. I'm sorry to burst your bubble there, but it's a reality. If a man is still dating at that age and he's taking better care of himself, he's always going to go for a younger woman. The higher the value of the man, the younger the woman he's going to get. And you're saying that a woman in her 50s isn't dating out of loneliness? Okay, I'll call cap right there. But let's keep going with what you said. She's dating out of a place of peace, snacks, silence, and sweatpants. Huh, you kind of forgot to mention the cats in the box wine there. And guess what? Why would men who want to date would care where she's dating from? Like I said, men in their 70s will be dating these women. Men in their 50s, which are the men that you're going to be attracted to, are going to be dating women in their 30s, 40s, hell, even their 20s, depending on how well they prepare themselves for dating in this era. I know you're trying to make it sound like, oh yeah, you're having a 50-year-old glow up. Those glow ups, 9 times out of 10, go in the male direction, not the female direction. I mean, Queen, let me just tell you something. When you start talking the way you're talking about, you think I'm going to give up eating ice cream in the tub and having this sweater that's super comfy or whatever? You know what you're doing right there? You're dangling some dry, used up roast beef, thinking that men are looking at that with total hunger and / thirst. Like, oh, I gotta get me some of that. No, they're looking at you like, okay, Granny, good for you. Why do I care about what makes you happy? I'm gonna date to make myself happy. If you got it all figured out, then don't date. Stay with your cats. Stay with your ice cream. Stay with your loneliness. And correction there again, Granny. She didn't pay for peace. Her ex-husband paid for the peace when she took him to family court and took half his stuff plus alimony in the divorce courts. Who are you trying to kid there? And why don't you be completely honest? I mean, you say that dating men at that age is like taking on a brand new project. You know what it is for men dating women of that age? It's like a man looking at his retirement saying, okay, let me split this in half and give you one full half of it. No, you definitely don't have the harder part, especially at the age where you have an empty egg carton. Newsflash, honey, your postmenopausal taco is worth far less than what you think it is. It's not the prize. It's more akin to the thing that you find in the clearance rack. I mean, Queen, do you know who wants her? That's the Chads and Tyrones that are in their 60s and look at you as, okay, I'll take her on a slow Tuesday since the 30-year-old I usually date isn't here and the side chick who's in her 40s isn't here. So I guess you'll do. And he's thinking, I got plenty of lube at the house, even for your dry valley. And you should be grateful because that's a hidden valley most don't want to go to. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund. Or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.